Linda struggled with finding data for her story. She wanted to explore the availability of social amenities such as football clubs, libraries, social halls, and playgrounds in Nairobi, and the effect of these on kids' life prospects. However, she didn't find any such data for the city. What would you do in her shoes? Welcome to this session on missing data. In this session, you will learn about methods you can use if you struggle to find relevant data and best practices for how to deal with and present incomplete data. Important data is missing. What can you do? Keep calm. Incomplete and missing data is one of the most common problems anyone working with data encounters. There are different ways to go about it. We will start with triangulation. This is using multiple data sources to complement or verify data. For example, if you're missing data on the number of people affected by a certain health condition, you could source data from the Ministry of Health, county governments, WHO, and individual health centers, all in a bid to fill in the gaps. Another method is extrapolation, using available data to estimate values for a larger population. For example, if you have data on the number of children enrolled in school in 1 year, but not the next, you could extrapolate the data by following the trend. There are two types of people in the world, those that know what extrapolation is, and those who probably don't. On screen, we can see house prices from 2015 to 2018. However, after 2018, they used the trend to extrapolate it to 2020. Next, there's imputation. This is filling in missing values using statistical methods. For example, if you have a dataset that includes information on income, but some of the values are missing, you could use a regression model to estimate what the missing values might be based on the values that are present. Imputed value. This is an assumed value given to an item when the actual value is not known or available. Crowdsourcing. This is asking the public to contribute data or information to fill in gaps in the dataset. For example, if you are researching the impact of a particular policy on a community, you could ask members of the community to share their experiences and data. Be transparent. When using the above techniques, make it clear that your data has limitations and what method you use to fill in the gaps. Best practices for working with incomplete data. Use multiple sources. Whenever possible, try to corroborate information with multiple sources to ensure accuracy. If one data source is missing information, other sources may be able to provide the missing information or context. Verify information, even when it comes from reputable sources. This can involve fact-checking, conducting interviews, or using other methods to confirm the accuracy of the information. See more in the Verifying Information lesson. Provide context. A picture doesn't have to be worth 1,000 words all the time. Context helps readers understand the significance of the data that's present and also that's missing, and the implications it may have on the story. For example, on screen we have a graphic essay, The Pearls of Uncertainty. We are able to see the graph itself, but there's also an explanation on what it entails. Explain methodology. This can help readers understand the limitations of the data and the methods used to fill in gaps. Explain the methods used to collect and analyze the data, as well as the methods used to complement missing data. Acknowledge uncertainty. When dealing with missing data, there may be some uncertainty or variability in the results. Acknowledge this uncertainty and provide a range of possible outcomes or scenarios. The band represents the range of possible Celsius temperature values for the rest of the day. Lack of data can be a story by itself. What knowledge, action are we missing out on because of lack of data? Who should be collecting or sharing it? Would it be the responsibility of a government agency? As for Linda, she found local data for her story. She focused her story on the effects of play and found relevant local data through a local NGO working with kids in informal settlements. You can read her story on Africa Uncensored. What's next? We'll look at how bias can affect storytelling and what you can do to minimize it.